Friendship has always been a difficult thing for me. I don't really have a childhood friend that I keep in touch with. And I used to say it's because I moved around a lot. And I really did move around a lot. I went to like 6 or 7 elementary schools. But I think the real problem was I had a hard time opening up to others, which is the most important thing in building a friendship or any kind of relationship. I thought opening up about how I feel, what makes me sad, and the things that are going on in my life makes me vulnerable. And living in a society where we care so much about what other people think, I got used to keeping my feelings and thoughts to myself. In Korea, unless we're close, we don't really open up about things that are personal. But how are we supposed to get close when we don't open up in the first place? As I got older, I found some friends that I finally trusted enough to share my thoughts with, and we became good friends. It was the first time I felt close to someone other than my family. Making the first step was hard, but after, it wasn't so hard as before to build new relationships and friendships. I actually really enjoyed making new friends, and maybe a little too much. I was so invested in meeting new people, I neglected my old friends, which I regret a lot. Then I made some friends that I thought were my soulmates. Even if our friendship was new, and it's just been a hot second that we knew each other, I felt like I've known them for years and really opened up to them, sharing everything on my mind and the most vulnerable moments from the past. But I think this new joy of making new friends and the feeling of relief when I finally shared my concerns and hardships led me to make hasty decisions on who to trust and who to be friends with. Some of my friendships were starting to crack. We were fighting all the time. I would hear about them talking behind my back and making things up to harm my reputation. I wanted to help them in every way I can, but it was starting to be more and more a one-way thing. I was also becoming a bad friend to them, and I really hated that feeling. I knew deep in my heart it was not healthy. I knew it was hurting me, and it was having a bad influence on my life. But I had this idea that once you're friends, you've always got to be there for each other, no matter what they do, no matter what you do, no matter how toxic it is. I thought I was wrong, and I'm the problem for all these fights. And it took me a long time to realize it wasn't. It was both of us, all of us. We're humans who make mistakes, and especially when we're young, we make tons of mistakes. I think I was just too hard on myself, taking all the blame for my ruined friendships, and making people think that I was this horrible person who was ruining all my relationships. I tried very hard to mend those friendships, to get them back. And then I realized I should be able to walk away from something when it's so toxic and hurting me. Maybe I met some bad people and made some bad choices. Maybe we're just not meant to be together. Whatever the reason, I was allowed and deserved to walk away from those friendships when I had already done my best. I regret wasting all those years hating my once supposed soulmate friends and hurting myself in the process. I regret not using that time to make myself a better person. I regret not focusing on people I truly care about. I don't regret the friendships that came and went, but I do regret all those years trying to fix something that was completely broken. I know some people have the same issues with me, friends coming and going, or maybe no friends coming. Whereas there are people who always had healthy friendships lasting forever. But that's not because those people are better than us. We're just different. Maybe they got lucky, and maybe they have a different personality. There's a right match for everyone and a right timing for everyone. As long as you respect others and approach them sincerely, you and I will meet those soulmate friends one day. And before that, we're allowed to part ways if a friendship is toxic and not working out despite our best efforts. Of course, we must own up to our mistakes and strive to be a good person, because friendship is not a one-way street. But we shouldn't punish or torture ourselves in the name of friendship or any kind of relationship. I now have some wonderful friends, and we do fight from time to time, but I'm happy with the relationships I have with them. I believe they are healthy, and maybe after all those years, it was finally the right time and the right people in the right place for me. If you ever feel like friendships are difficult, like I once did, just stay true to yourself and listen to what your heart is saying. If it's telling you that this is not right, it's okay to walk away. Thanks for listening to my bed talk, and hope you'll find those soulmate friends to share your life with. Good night.